In this video, I'll be removing the front panels from a Smart Fortwo 451. Hello and a very warm welcome to another video from Auto Night, where today I'm going to demonstrate just how easy it is to remove the front panels from a Smart Fortwo 451. This process does only apply to the 451, and this model ran from 2007 to 2014. The earlier 450, 450 Smarts, although they look kind of similar, they have a very different arrangement at the front, so this does not apply to those 450 models which ran from, well, the launch in the late 90s right the way through to 2007 when it was replaced by the 451. So first things first, we need to remove this sill panel, and that's because there is a fixing for the front panel right about here. To begin with, it's just a case of removing these clips. Under the vehicle there are some clips that need to be released. Release the sill trim from this edge. And then the panel slides backwards to remove. It does leave behind these little clips here that unscrew, and then we refit those into the sill trim. Once both sill trims are removed, you can access this lower bolt here and here. Using a T25, I loosen and remove this bolt which holds the bonnet securing strap in place. Meaning the bonnet can be fully removed and stored somewhere safe. Now, in terms of bolts to remove, T25 right here, two T25s here, and another T25 right there. Remove this fixing that secures the front panel to the front part of the sill. And do the same on the other side. This little panel here needs to be removed. We do this from inside the car. There's a little clip here that needs to be removed. Little plastic clip here with a press insert. This side has the added complication of this aerial. Ordinarily I would unscrew this. The thread on this aerial mast actually seizes into the base here, and no amount of trying will actually free it off. Now, there is a way around it. It just does mean that we have to lift the whole panel up over this aerial mast, but short of replacing this aerial base and getting a new mast, there's no other way around it. And the base is working fine, and there are no radio reception issues, so I see no reason to replace it right now. Once again, another little clip here. Now, all the fixings for this front panel are T25s, with the exception of this one here, which is a T30. So we undo this 25, which secures the panel to this scuttle trim, and then this one. This one has a spacer behind it. It's really important that that's not lost because it prevents this panel from being crushed upon retightening. spacer on this side is staying in place. It's important that it does remain there, or if it does come free, that we keep it safe. This one's come out complete with spacer. There's not much left to remove now. At this point we look inside the door, and just here there is a clip which must be removed, and the same on the other side. And now the only thing left holding this panel lies under the car. These clips here just need to be released. Don't forget to disconnect the side repeaters. The bulb holders simply twist and release. It's a good idea to change these bulbs if you're in any doubt about their condition. I know I've changed these recently, so these are fine. The panel is now free to be removed. There are just a couple of considerations. If your vehicle has fog lights down here, just be aware that there will be some wiring that will need to be disconnected. This vehicle doesn't have such things, so it's not a problem. Also, it's important not to damage this door here as you remove this front panel. As previously explained, this aerial mast is seized to the base, so this does mean I will unfortunately have to lift the panel all the way up the mast here, and I've given the reasons as to why that is the case. So here we go. Let's remove the front panels. And the front panel is off. So with the panels removed, you can stand back and admire the construction of these awesome little cars. So much packed into such a small space. These connector blocks here would have been for the fog lamps had it had them. You can see all these foam pieces are all present and intact, none of them are damaged. These are your first line of defence against small parking knocks. And here we can see the aircon condenser, which I know is something I'll likely have to replace soon. Probably not much point in doing that just ahead of cooler weather, but definitely one for next spring. I'll be looking at that and examining it for damage shortly. And in case you're wondering what all this is, no, there hasn't been a bird trapped in there. This is cutting compound from when I restored the headlamps. It really is a messy job and it got everywhere, and I knew it would be behind here, so I will be cleaning that off as well. And while that dries off, it's time to enjoy a nice cup of tea. Time to put things back together. Don't forget to reconnect the side repeaters. So just to confirm what we've got here in the way of fixings before we get this thing put back together, these ones across the top here are all the T25s, these are the T30s, these go at the bottom of the wings into the front of the sill, these two here go into the scuttle panel trim at the top of the wings, and these are along the front panel and two at the top of each wing. These ones here, these are the ones that have the sleeve. One of the sleeves did stay behind in the panel, and these actually fix into the Tridion at the top of the wings. There's one bolt that you can't see here because it stayed behind in the strap that secures the bonnet. Now before I actually re-secure this front panel, it's worth just mentioning that there are these little locating, almost like little dowel things here that fit into these holes. So you know when you've got the panel fitted in the correct position. And the same here, as you can see. So this is all fitted correctly. Refit the sleeve. And the bolt. Sleeve or spacer still in place on the other side. Tighten the bolt. Carry out final tightening of this bolt. I've checked the panel alignment and it's all good. And the other side. Tighten the fixing that secures this scuttle trim. And the same on the other side. Refit these fixings at the base of the front wings into the sill. And the same on the other side. You can usually see a faint outline of where it was previously fitted, so it's always good to get it in the same place for alignment reasons. Inside the car. Refit this clip. And the insert, and the same on the other side. Clip and insert, and just check the tightness of these fixings here. Don't need to go mad with these because you're only screwing into plastic. So the bonnet's back on, it's just a case of reattaching this little anchor point here. Just a final check to ensure that the bumper is correctly attached underneath, and this is fine. Okay, so back to the side skirts now. The little plastic clips here, the white clips that push over the threaded studs that protrude from the sill, they've been refitted into these sill trims. They just slide. A couple of these clips have lost little bits of plastic, they've kind of broken in places, but it's only a couple. I'll get some of those in stock for next time I take one of these apart. Now time to refit these. all back together and all done. So that's it for this video. Removal and reinstallation of the front panels on a Smart Fortwo 451. As you can see, it's a very straightforward job. It's nothing to be feared. I know a lot of people are wary about removing panels, but it does vastly improve accessibility to components underneath. And I think it's quite a satisfying job. Please do feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.